I'm Shreya. I'm a student here at the Berklee College of Music, and I wanted to make a video on everything I wish I knew when applying and all of my tips on how you can get in. The whole application, I think, is broken down really into three separate parts. You have the preparation, the application, and the audition. There are two key factors I really want you to keep in mind. The first one is that this whole thing is about confidence. If you are not confident in your own musicianship, there is nobody else who's going to be confident in you. The other important thing is that nobody's path here is the same. You have your own journey, and that's what sets you apart. You should not be comparing yourself to other people that got in, to other people applying with you, to any of the other musicians at your school. If you know that your musicianship is strong and that this is what you want to do, you're set. So, the first part, preparation. This refers to all of your musical experience. It refers to when you went to school and you picked up the recorder and you picked up the piano, or when you sang Christmas songs at your church. Anything goes. Things that are not traditionally academic also count. It's pivotal that during this preparation time, you really get a knack for listening. I'd say that you don't necessarily need to be the strongest sight reader, or you don't need to be the best at notation. If you can't read music, that's okay, as long as you have really good ears and a really good sense of musicianship. This is the preparation that I talk about, is really building a musician. You've already done the work for that, so you don't have to worry about this step. You are already here. Now it's on to actually applying to Berklee. The actual application online, they ask you if you have compositions. They ask you for your favorite performances, or I like to think favorite. Make sure that you have some type of composition. I didn't compose huge pieces. I wrote a lot of theoretical stuff, so I submitted any videos that I have. It doesn't have to be fully beautifully notated compositions, or it can be. Put in anything. If you don't have stuff, make up something if you want, do it on the spot, or see if you have any school projects. And if you have a wide range of compositions, this is the time to pick varied pieces and pieces that you are proud of. This can give them an idea of what you can provide and how your musical brain works. This application is very open-ended. I just picked the things that I was the most proud to show someone. Like the things that I, as a musician, I'm like, whoa, like this is so cool, you should look at this. There is no box that they are looking for. I know with other college majors and other colleges, you kind of know exactly the story you tell. Everyone uses the same kind of language. But here they're looking for people with variety. They don't want you to be cookie cutter. Like that person already exists. Now, the third most important step. For my audition, I sang Norah Jones' Don't Know Why, and I also sang another opera after. I sang an aria afterwards called Per la Gloria. I did not prepare my opera piece. I actually was very surprised that they asked me to sing it. I'm trained in multiple styles of music, and upon hearing that, they were very excited to hear me sing many different styles. So of course I said yes and did the best that I could. I'm a vocalist, so they had a little bit of call and response. That's tonal memory. I would say if you are struggling with that, just check yourself on a piano, do it yourself, play it yourself, see if you can have somebody else play random notes for you. That's nice because you can't predict it. Apart from that, you will need to know how to identify triads. So the audition part also includes a sight reading section that a lot of people find challenging. If you don't already use Sight Reading Factory, get on it right now. They allow you to spend 15 to 30 minutes in a practice room. I think I only had 15. So they allow you some time to practice, and they give you the book. They give you the sight reading book. This is the time to work through it, so you're not standing there in front of them with your brain blank looking at all these notes on a page. So take that time that they give you. They want you to succeed. Then there is the improvisation part. Berklee is huge on improv. As a classical player, you still should improvise. And if you think I can't improvise, yes, you can. You all have melodies inside of you. Just use your ears, trust your judgment, you can improvise. Just all that matters is that you're using vocabulary that you've heard from other songs and that you're using some original ideas to tell a story. For this improvisation section, the most common is a blues progression over the 12-bar blues in any key. Mine was in B flat, yours can be in another comfortable key for you. But if you tell me, hey, I've never done any jazz in my life, I'm a pure progressive rock singer and my style is scream, they will be nice to you and probably give you a rock standard or a rock groove. And the way that you can find all of these grooves is actually on the Berklee website. I will put the link down below. The week before my audition, every single day, I would improvise over every single groove. There's not too many. I think there's maybe about 20. Getting comfortable with a solid idea in each of these grooves was very helpful. You don't know what style you will get. It's most likely the style you're already good in, but you might have a fun one who wants to throw in some spice if they think you're really excelling. You should brag about yourself during the audition. Everyone gets a say in if you get in or not. Next is a 15-minute interview. You had a 15-minute audition, and this is now the interview section. It's most likely going to be a different person, someone charismatic. For this part, confidence is key. Don't know how many times I can really repeat that, but it's going to be some very standard college interview questions. If you've never done a college interview, there's a lot of articles on what kind of questions they'll ask. One being, why Berklee? Be honest about it. If it's been your dream forever, tell them about it. Tell them how it shaped your musicianship. Tell them how it shaped your interests. You should really know your why, because they want to know why they're special. They want to know why you want to get in. And the other question that they ask is, why should they choose you? Like, what are you going to bring to Berklee? What musical ideas are you going to bring? How are you going to innovate? Because they want to have alumni that they are proud of as well. This is the same kind of question as how have you impacted your community and how will you impact ours? Do you know what major you're going to be? I was honest. I said no. I've looked at a couple of them, and these two kind of sound interesting, but here's what I really want to do with my education. That's how I answered. This is the time to remember that resume that you pulled up earlier. Remember all of your preparation that you've had until now and talk about it all. You are a salesperson, and you are selling yourself. There's a difference between arrogance and confidence and being nervous about yourself and being unsure and faking it. You know, people can kind of feel it, and this whole thing is literally a vibe check. I think that the audition and the interview are honestly kind of weighted the same. You don't really have time to write an essay. I don't remember having to write a specialized essay for Berklee. So this interview is really the time for them to get to know your story. For me, I also watched 2 videos that I will link below on how to prepare for my audition. One of them was, I believe, through Berklee. It was a live demonstration almost, and my audition pretty much went exactly the same way as that one. And also just talk to everyone backstage. I had a current student with me and all the staff. They're really important people. You know, you have like chairs of departments, you have famous people. They've heard hundreds of musicians before. They see potential, and they're gonna put their trust in you and invite you to come. And that means that you should give them something to trust. The night before, I actually had a little jam session where I improvised a little bit and I sang some of my favorite tunes with some of my favorite musicians. And I think that that was a very cathartic experience, and it was also an experience that set me up for success. If you go back to the thing you love, whatever it is, maybe you stop playing guitar and you pick it up again and you just relight with that fire for music, or if you go back to the old songs you once sung and once loved, if you forget about all of the preparation and practice and all of the rigor and all of the expectations and everything that you're supposed to be, and you just do the music that made you love it in the first place, that's a very good mental space to be in when you go in for your audition. So to recap, I want you to make sure you're well rested, make sure you have water, make sure you do some music that you love before, make sure that you're singing your favorite song or performing your most favorite piece that you're always excited to perform, and you're gonna kill the interview because you're gonna know exactly why you wanna go to Berklee, what you're gonna bring. You know how you're a leader. Get confident, have some hype men, have some people you call right before that are gonna hype you up. There is no really specific song process or standard or style of music that's gonna get you in. There's no teacher that you're supposed to have. One of my best friends never was trained in music. They just sang along to the radio, and so they're starting on square one with, you know, sight reading here and writing their lead sheets. But boy, they can really sing, and they know what story they're telling, and they can write songs that move people. So don't doubt yourself. You're a great musician. You're gonna do fine. You need to believe in yourself so that they can believe in you. People really have a fair shot at getting in if they've practiced and they're well prepared and they have good ears and they're a good musician. Don't tie your self-worth upon getting into this institution or any. You getting in is not a reflection on whether or not you're a good person or you're a good musician. But that is basically all I really have to say. If you want to see more of my everyday thoughts and life here at Berklee, you can check out my TikTok. You can DM me. I respond to each and every single person. And you should subscribe for more content, more covers, more singing, more advice, for all of that. Good luck. You'll be totally fine. I believe in you. Trust yourself. Bye.